All right, guys, thanks for tuning in to another episode of Fork Over the Ring, where we all know the way to a man's heart is through his stomach. And today we are doing a if you can do it, I can do it better type situation, okay? I went to a restaurant in New Orleans that had these bomb sweet potato pancakes. So, guess what I did? I came home and I made them myself. So, we are going to start off with one large sweet potato. You can either do it in the oven to cook it. You can put it in the boil like I am. I boiled mine for about 45 minutes to get it nice and soft for me to use. But if you want to go ahead and roast it, you can. Or if you just have some leftover sweet potatoes from meal prep or anything, use what you need. I just take one large sweet potato and, like I said, I cut it down the middle and I boiled it for 45 minutes and I cut it just so that it could boil a little faster because they can take forever, especially when they're really big like this one was. After I boil it, I go ahead and I start the process of taking off the skin. I boil mine with the skin on. I think it's easier than trying to cut it all off because after it's nice and soft, I put it in cold water and I can literally just peel that right on off with no problem. So go ahead and peel that off. This recipe gives you about 10 pancakes, 10 good sized pancakes. You can make more of this if you need more pancakes for like a girl's brunch. If you don't need as much, of course, take this recipe and put it in half. Everything I use will be at the bottom in the description box. And I know this time it's going to be there because I've already typed it. Look at me doing better in this new year. But go ahead and peel that on off. If you don't have ghetto nails like me, then it might be a little easier to peel. But after you peel it, we are going to go over to our mixer. I am using my KitchenAid. You don't have to use this. You can mix it by hand, or you can put it even with a hand mixer. It's your choice. This is just easier for me because I'm lazy. So I start off with my potato and I blend it for a little while just to go ahead and get it nice and soft. And I start off with my milk. So in total, you're going to use 1 and 1/2 cup of milk. After I add my milk through, this is when I was just adding all your liquids. When I was making this, as you guys will see, it'll be a lot of stops and going. I actually made this recipe up as I was cooking it. By the grace of God, it came out good because I actually planned on recording this a few times till I got it right. But it came out pretty good on the first try, so I didn't have to do that. So then I go ahead and I'm going to start adding my flour. In total, you're going to use 1 cup and 1/2 of flour, but I actually did mine in halves. So I did actually in threes rather. So I did half a cup, a half a cup, a half a cup, just so that it wouldn't be too much at one time. And make sure that you always scrape down your sides. Along with that, you are going to add a full cup of sugar. Again, I do half at a time. 3.5 tablespoons of baking soda, 1 pinch of salt, some ground nutmeg, some butter, some cinnamon, 2 large eggs, and make sure your butter is melted. Melted butter is always in pancakes. Melted butter just tastes so good. I also add a little dash of vanilla because it's only right. It's like a sweet potato pie, but in a pancake. Okay, and then for the nutmeg and cinnamon, I'm gonna list how much I use, but you can always kick it up a notch or bring it down depending on what you like. And then to fry my pancakes, I go through and I use a skillet. As you can see, I already made my bacon, so that's just what you see in the skillet already. And I'm using the grease from the bacon to go ahead and cook the pancake. I am the most horrible person in the world when it comes to taking the spatula to flip your pancakes. I personally only know how to flip them if I am taking the pan and throwing it, but because I am on camera, I didn't have that option. So luckily, I had my beautiful friend Sierra over, and she's going to be the one that flips this pancake. So if you want to follow her on Instagram because of her beautiful pancake flipping skills, it is Show Your Beat. I will also put that down below. But yes, so you're gonna let this pancake cook. I do it for about 45 seconds to 1 minute and 20 seconds. I know that's really random numbers, but that's about how long I do it on medium high heat on both sides. Make sure that when you use your butter or your bacon grease, whatever you're going to use, that it is nice and hot when you pour the pancake on. That's how you're going to ensure that you have a nice and crispy pancake and that you ain't got no loose as a goose. Don't get me started type pancake because that's nasty, sis. Don't nobody want no loose as a goose pancake, okay? Loose as a goose, don't get me started. Two shots of Patron and a whole lot of. Anyway, go ahead and flip it. Once you flip it, you're gonna go ahead and just let that cook on the other side, and it's all good. That is not burnt, guys. I promise you, I ate them. It's just the color you get with the color of the sweet potatoes. But this is it, guys. When I went to the restaurant, they served it to me just like this. So make sure you like, subscribe, and share. And I will see y'all in the next video. Don't forget, the way to a man's heart is through his stomach.